I want to talk about people selling me. So first thing, I never want to meet salesmen. It's terrible. Well, I don't want to meet a guy like me because I might like me and then I'm buying from the guy because I like him. Send me your shit in the email, send me samples, then I'll talk to you. Because I don't want to like the guy. I don't want no emotional attachment to buying it. Also, I love when guys come into my office and they go, "We'd really appreciate your business." Hell yeah, I was the biggest in the United States buying your type of product. Why wouldn't you want my business? I hate when people say that. The minute the guy says, "I really, we really appreciate your business, or we can create a win-win," I don't want no win-win. What can you do for me? What can you do for me? And if you don't have a really good answer, then I don't need you. Another thing I would love to do is, okay, so I had a special product that was very expensive. It was a coating. And I had it up to the ceiling, forklift guy kind of thing, warehouse, zooming back and forth. And I had these salesmen come in and they cold call. And I love cold call. I never, if you can get me on the phone and you're trying to sell me, I don't know, real estate in California, or you're trying to sell me a timeshare, I don't care what it is. If you can get me on the phone, I'll listen to you. And I'm never rude to the people, just to let you know that. When I get these telemarketing calls, I'm not mean to these poor women or the poor guy. He's grinding it out, man. Think about it. If you're on the phone at 8, 9 o'clock at night selling something, you're doing it because you need the money. You're not trying to be a prick to the people you call. They're not the prick. It's the guy that's pushing these people. But I'm sure this is a second job. The woman could have 2, 3 kids, no old man, or the guy has an elderly mother, whatever it is. He's out there pounding on the phone for minimum wage, trying to get you to whatever. So these salesmen come in and they start talking like, you don't, blah, 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 blah. And I'm listening. I said, I got to get something out of the warehouse. I want you to follow me. And they walked in the warehouse and they saw all these pallets of their shit. Well, a similar product. And they're like, "Oh, Mr. Hoffman, would you like to go to an Astros game with me? Would you like to do this with me?" All of a sudden, they see all the dollar signs. I don't buy anything. I don't do any events. I don't do any socializing until they become until they become my vendor. Once you show me that you can deliver the product and what you say, then I'll hang out with you. But I don't want any perks until you prove to me what you have. And if you don't have anything that makes a difference in who I'm using, I won't change. I'll give you a story. So I sold a company, and there was a coating company, and the product was not available. So I sold my company. 60 days later, there was none of this product in Houston. None. The guy that bought my company is calling over town, can't get any, talk to the rep. "Hey, I'm sorry, it's not in town." So my bookkeeper calls me and goes, "Ed." She doesn't call me Uncle Ed, mostly Hefe, but you can call me Uncle Ed. She goes, "Ed, I need a favor." Hefe, actually, she always called me Hefe. "Hefe, we have a problem, there's no product. Can you do anything?" I said, "Let me see what I can do." So I pick up the phone and I call the regional guy who, believe it or not, every year I send him a Tiffany gift. Now I send my vendors gifts because they're just as important to me as a customer. And what can I do? And I said, "Listen, the guy doesn't have any product." He goes, "Yeah, he called me up. I can't do anything for him." "What can you do for me? I know I don't own the company, but can you do anything for me?" He said, "For you, Ed, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a U-Haul. I'm going to drive it 5 hours to another city. I'm going to load up every drop I can, and I'll bring it to the guy." I said, "Thank you so much. He'll appreciate it." I had that kind of relationship with my vendor. Why? Because I was loyal to him, because he gave me the right product at the right price, never let me down. If he let me down, he killed himself to cover his tracks for me. And at the same time, I paid him on time. I was organized. When the trucks were delivered, there was room to put it. And it's really important to have that type of relationship with your vendors. So when I buy, I don't want to know the guy. I just want to see his numbers, and then I want to try his product, and then I don't do anything for 60 days. I want to see how well he follows up. How does he follow up? Does he get aggressive? Does he try to close me? How does he try to close me? I want to evaluate who I'm doing business with. And if you could fill in the checks, and there's a value, a real value for me changing, then I'll change. But until then, I won't. And I only buy from people that I trust. And if you lie to me, about anything, you're gone. You're gone. And I had a situation with a guy, and I talked to him. It was a huge company. I talked to the CEO. I sent him a letter. I sent him an email that the idiot salesman sent to me, but he wanted to send it to somebody else. And I sent it to him. I said, this is what I need. I need another 1% off my prices. If you could do that, you keep my business. But I've got to be some restitution with that. He says, you're 100% right, I'll do it. But just remember, you're the buyer. And people forget that.